Okay, so I've been sitting here like this actually. Sitting in my ring, sitting under here because I was cold. But now I'm recognizing that that's an inner child thing, going under the blankets. I don't know, why did that always feel safer? Just felt more comforting, and it felt darker and warmer and not as big. This is just me authentically processing. This is me out of my head into my voice, which doesn't have to mean anything extreme. It just means that I can talk it out, that I can be here to support myself, that I'm not going to say the wrong thing. Anything that I say is supportive and helpful. I'm moving it out of my body. Connecting with Mother Earth. I have the Schumann resonance in my ears. I was just sitting here thinking, which got me to record, because I kind of realized, it's almost like I see the clarity a little bit and then it goes away, so I wanted to step in. I can see that my gift is my vulnerability and my awareness. I know I have done a lot of work. I have done the work. And I have so much awareness. Except yesterday I realized that the awareness I have is only one-sided, so I guess I don't totally have awareness, because I have so much awareness, yet I don't celebrate myself for the things that I've done or the accomplishments that I've made or the big steps I've taken. But I can do it for other people, to an overly compassionate space. I was sitting here and what came up was that I'll sacrifice myself so someone else doesn't have to feel, but feel any sort of way because of me. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. This is the thing, is it's like it comes up and then it kind of goes away. So I'm just sitting in the practice of talking it out, being okay in the mess, being okay not knowing, being okay feeling really overstimulated in my body and in my mind, giving myself grace that I haven't been doing the things that I know that help me, that I got caught back up in the fast pace. And I found moments of slow, and I found moments, but then I would get further away from it. The crazy part is the whole time I've had awareness saying, like, slow down, just slow down and raise your frequency. It's like my low vibration vibrates fast or something. I don't. Even just saying that triggered me, that I have this recorded. So I'm like, I don't really know what that means. What if I say something wrong or something stupid or something someone's gonna think is weird or crazy? Oh, and that's another thing that got me to recording. One of my biggest things is the fear of judgment. The fear of judgment of what I say, what I do, how I think, how I act, what I care about, what I like to do. And it's been such a crazy journey, and right now I'm seeing it really clear, but some days it's really hard to see it clear. But it's like, see, it goes. Where'd it go? My gift is in my vulnerability, and the things that I like and care about can be childlike, but that's a gift. I care so deeply for the inner child, and understanding that and having healing and forgiveness for a little girl who's just trying to do the best with what she had. But the craziest part is it's not just me, it's everybody. It's everybody and their mother, and their father, and their grandparents. Quite literally, it's everybody. Everyone's just trying to do the best with what they have, and for a society that has really low emotional intelligence, I get it. I understand it. Everyone's doing a little bit better than before. And I'm doing a little bit better than before. I don't have to get it perfect. Wow. I was so stuffed all of a sudden. It's okay that my mind jumps and that I don't finish my thought. I am moving it through me. I am speaking it through my heart and my throat. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be seen in your authenticity and vulnerability and beauty, because there's beauty in that. As scary as it feels to show the true you, which, like, why? Why is that so scary? It brings up so many things. It brings out, like, the fear of being the outcast, the fear of relationships dissolving, the fear of being judged. That one, I think I already said that, but judgment's a huge thing. That I can get judged for what I want to wear, what I like to listen to. And the hard part is that sometimes I feel like that's validated. I feel like I do get judged for the movies I like to watch. And the music that I like to listen to. But I've also explored that sometimes the movies I like to watch and the music that I like to listen to is too kid-like, too happy-go-lucky, too sunshine and rainbows. And I get that. Maybe I like to avoid the dark because the dark and intense, because I already feel dark and intense. But then I also feel really light and sunshiny. And I think that's the crazy part of this, having this awareness, is like, could that be because I'm a fucking woman and I have a range of these incredible, intense, beautiful emotions? Yet sometimes it's scary, and sometimes, oh my gosh, sometimes stepping in or claiming or even acknowledging or even like peeking at my full potential is like scary and hard. And then sometimes when I'm like feeling it and I can feel it, I feel like I go into my ego because I shouldn't think this highly of myself. And I swear, I do not think highly of myself, and that's the craziest part. I don't want that. What the heck? I don't want to pass that on. I don't want my future daughter to be like, that be her narrative. Like, what? I feel like the, like, personal dialogues, yet collective dialogues of women for everywhere and for so long have been unhealed, ungrounded, but, like, ever changing and like deep and trauma. It's so crazy. This like girlhood, motherhood, daughterhood thing that I'm feeling. And it's been beautiful. There's been moments that have been beautiful. I feel like I've done so much beautiful healing around that wound. For me, my mom, my ancestors. I can go... It felt like I just wanted to, like... I'm doing this for me. Oh my gosh. The honor and power I feel when I can name my 7 grandmothers back is so freaking cool and so profound. And I feel like I've done so much healing with them, for them, because of them. Yet I feel so much love and I feel so surrounded, but most of the time I can't feel it because I'm like freaking out or feeling overwhelmed or being low about myself. When I wrote this poem that, like, my ancestors dreamed of me, and, like, when can I claim that I've done that, and done the work, and done the hard stuff, and through it, found so much gratitude and so much love. and so many gifts. Excuse me. I'm so grateful that I found a therapist, a coach, a mentor who can like speak with me about this stuff. I'm so grateful. And with what I believe, she was put in my life for a reason, and she is such a gift. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. This motherhood wound's wild. And like I was saying, it sounds, I don't want it to sound that way when I say it. I have like, my mom and I have done the most beautiful healing. And we do it every day. Now we're committed, and it's every day, every interaction, every moment. We're both aware, and we both choose each other, and we both love each other unconditionally, and super love each other. And it's so beautiful. Yet I can feel this mother wound on so many different levels for like why certain things pop up. Like this transition of like having a procedure done that I've waited 2 years, well, I don't even know at this point for, to now what's happening is like wild. It's like, am I ready for this? Like, if this has been the block from conceiving, like, am I ready to be a mother and step into that? I still very much feel like my mother's daughter. Like, and then I think about ancestors, and I think about tradition, and I think about community, and I think about the village where you would have those grandmothers and mothers, and you wouldn't sever that support or that be away from it or distance from it or unhealed in it. But then it's like claiming myself as mother and like going into this, like the gift of this like observer of motherhood that I've got to be a part of as I've been on my journey has been like, again, a spectrum. But like, what a transition it is to become a mother. And I don't think that's talked about or celebrated or acknowledged or thought about on a deep level. Like, I spend my time just thinking about it. What a transition that like men just won't know. And like how personal and how also collective and how also very feminine and how very mother. And it's so cool that we get that experience as women. Fear comes up as soon as I said that I might not get that. And it's been so long with that fear, and that's the spectrum of fear, but I don't want to be in fear, I want to be in love. I have other understanding around that. And at the end of the day, I have faith, trust, and a little pixie dust. But to become a mother, and like when you start thinking about the world and like just free thinking about how it works, where do babies come from? Like, where do babies come from? And you connect with it. And now every time I hear it in shows or movies or in a song or talked about or on a friend's face or in the vulnerable text sent, like, motherhood is so many things. And then as soon as I start going down that rabbit, like that, not rabbit hole, it's not a rabbit hole. When I follow that passion, maybe it leads me to girlhood, and then this girlhood wound that bubbles up all the time. This like, what was I watching today? Was it Bridgerton? It was Bridgerton or something, and it was like Cressida. I think it was Cressida talking about anyways, just the way that women are pitted against each other. And like, there are some women who have incredible friendships, and it's like so amazing. But I do think there's like a girlhood wound And even just sitting with the friendships, the really, really, really important friendships I've had in my life, which is such a big wound. When Taylor Swift was going around with, like, her concert and the girlhood and the camaraderie, I feel like, although I have lots of feelings on that, I feel like that a fractal of that was, like, healing for girlhood and inner child. And it's crazy. There are specific friendships I yearn for because of how I felt in them. There's some that I, like, go, like, how did that end? What the heck happened? Oh, excuse me. Why did that happen? And why couldn't it be the way I wanted it to be? And there's the surrendering to that and the forgiveness for that. But I have these two friendships that stick out in my head. One was, like, I called her a sister. It was, like, the most vulnerable, intense, protective, friendship I'd ever been in. It started in kindergarten, and it went for years and years and years and years and years. And then in one day it ended, but not so much as, like, a follow-up fight text. It just stopped. And there's moments in all of this that I felt grateful for that, because I couldn't have done it dragged out. It would have hurt too much. And I understand why we parted ways. I have perspective on what life she's meant to live and thrive in and what life I'm meant to live and thrive in. But shit. And then underlying things of, like, wanting to save her or feeling jealous or bad about the life that I was living versus the life that she was living, or born into, not even living, born into. And then creating our own world to escape it. And that's young. That's young. It's not talked about. And I don't know if I would have known how to talk about it with my mom and dad. I don't think they knew what questions to ask. And that's emotional intelligence that we're working on. And then another one. I just wanted to be friends and have friends that supported me. But one friend, it was 2 girls and 3 guys in this group. And at one point, all 3 guys liked me. And I felt so bad. I used to get looks from her, comments from her that they don't like her and they like me, and it made me feel bad, so I did my shine and I would go, I'm sorry, I just want them to be my friends too. I'm not asking for this, and I definitely don't feel like I deserve this. I have no clue why. And then that's part of the healing now that I'm recognizing that, like, fuck, there's a why, there's a beautiful why, and it's okay that your authenticity is like that. It's okay to admit that you're deserving of your own husband, because I just think he's so fucking great. I don't know what I did or who I tricked to get here, and I hear that language, but it's the thing that keeps coming back and back and back. So I am just being in this moment, being with Mother Earth and Mother Tree. I'm just letting it come out. I'm just saying it because it's out of my head, through my heart, through my voice. It's so funny. This is like when friends ask me, like, how are you doing? What's been up? I'm like, how do I summarize this? How do I talk about this? How do I update that? So I just say, oh, not much. But again, this is me that I don't know how to even show anyone, even if I wanted to, even if they've asked. I have another really important friendship in my life. This one is the one that I yearn for, and it feels like girlhood, and it feels like authenticity, but then it also feels like it's changed. And I think we just miss being near each other. But then we've also grown. I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, she and another close friend who I admire, who has this, like, who teaches me this, like, confidence in herself. It's so cool to see. Oh, gross. Oh, that's me too. That is just me too. Who cares? It's gross. You're gonna be judged. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're wiping, whatever. I'm gonna whatever. It doesn't even matter. Oh, so scared to be seen for the oddities. But what keeps coming back up is, why fit in when you were born to stand out? Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Why fit in when you were born to stand out? But these friends, they gave me space to share what a day in my life looks like. And I really do think, after reflection, I didn't think in the moment. I was like so nervous to be like, I don't know what to say. Holy shit. But I think now it was like this beautiful invitation for them to just like get a glimpse of what my life is like and what I do and what I care about. Like, they just asked all the questions. Like, they gave me a stage for the questions that I said at the beginning. Like, what do I love? What do I care about? How do I think? What way do I think? What's important to me? And like, I freaked out. I thought I had to be a certain way, or I compared myself to them and the lives they have and their successes and their everything. And then I have this like intense like thing that it needs to be the same. Ooh, I'm getting shakes down low. See, and this is the out of my body. It's okay to be vulnerable and share. It's okay to not have full sentences. It's okay to not get scared once I even realize that I'm doing it. It's okay to just lead it to it. And be vulnerable and talk and show gratitude, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm showing gratitude for the, I think my interpretation, my understanding right now is that there was an invitation, and I don't think there was judgment, maybe interest, intrigue, confusion. It's so crazy. I want to like love everyone I love so much more deeply, but I need to be me for them to love me more deeply. And I get that. And that's scary. I don't know why that's scary. And I'm so fucking tired of it, because I've had I gotta say it, this bug here looks like a fairy who's just hovering right in front of me. Ugh. I have so many people be like, we love when you're you. We love when you're just you. I don't know what the fuck else I need to hear, other than people giving me actual permission to be myself. But to just be myself and recognize that that's good and that brightens people's day. And I'm enough just how I am. My brain is enough just how it is and how it works. And it's crazy and it's wonderful and it's intense and it's fast. But it's also loving and it's so compassionate. And it has so much capacity to love other people. My brain and my heart. I think I need to talk about my heart like that too, but there's a bird right here, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I made a conscious, like, aha or ah fuck moment was I realized that I could name so many brand name things, food, fashion, all the things, and I couldn't name hardly any birds or plants or trees for that matter, trees. But if I'm giving myself like some acknowledgement, that gentle observer, the compassionate observer to myself, I've made a shift in that. I'm sitting right in front of this beautiful, beautiful birch. Excuse me. Moving, processing, recognizing too that like burping or moving, like spinning or like rocking, or all the things that someone would look at you and be like, you okay? You doing good? Feels so good for me. That's the thing. It's like, I don't want people thinking I'm crazy or like, like, like doing this. Some people would be like, she okay? And you know what? I recognize that if we were going with a DSM-5, which is a book that I don't even freaking whatever, I don't even know what I feel about diagnosis anymore. It's like, I am learning more and more how my brain works, and I don't think I can label that. It just works in a beautiful, wonderful, wild way, and so does my body and nervous system. And what's really helpful for me is moving this energy through me by moving, by jumping on a trampoline, by getting the like heebie-jeebies out, like just getting the like that extra energy. And for some people, it looks very still and very put together. It's like I keep trying to be put together, but like into what image? What image? Who is that? Who have I created that put together? That normal. Oh my gosh. And see, then we circle back to that inner child work. At what point did I just want to be normal? At what point did I realize I wasn't normal? At what point did that scare me? Like, who's normal? No one's normal. I do think some of those cheesy, like, notebook, not cheesy, they're not even cheesy. They're just so used, and then we don't even think about what they are and what they truly mean and what they can actually teach us. Like, why fit in when you were born to stand out? Or everyone's unique as a snowflake, flower. Everyone's so unique, so unique. And what if this world just like everyone lived in their unique expression in a healed and grounded way? But like, how cool when you're just okay with being yourself, whatever that looks like, even if it looks like this with the Schumann resonance playing, which is like my version of brown noise. I thought it had to be like nice, beautiful meditation music. And it doesn't. It's Mother Earth's frequency and her resonance. And I'm passionate about getting back to that and connecting with that and honoring that and co-creating together. Oh, I feel like in my head I know about the connection to Mother Earth and I feel it, but there's also this like I need to slow down enough to feel it. So that's why sometimes I think that maybe I get my body stuck in that too long. So I'm still trying to understand what exactly is good, not as good, what feels right in each moment for my body. It's so easy to get busy though and think of everything else outside of myself and not prioritize this and not feel like this is a priority, important. It's what's the word that's getting me right now? Productive. The need to feel productive is such a wild, wild thing. You know what's come up before is the word visionary. And I never knew if I knew what that meant. That's what happens sometimes. You get cards or you sit in circle and there's things that come up, but you're like, I don't get it. It's not hidden. What does that mean? And then I go to everything in like my TV and movie repertoire and I'm like, visionary? Like what? But I do have this vision of friendships and relationships and familial ships that are just honest and vulnerable and loving and communicative in work, but healing and beauty. And like what is great for my nervous system is being outside like this slowly. Letting my eyes wander, letting my eyes stare. My eye contact, I have become so aware of it recently that I'm not great with eye contact. And the crazy thing is, like, most of the time I just want to lock onto someone's eyes and, like, listen intently and, like, connect and, like, let me be there with that person, or else, like, I'm looking and this and, oh, a clock and, oh, this and, oh, well, look and, oh, blah, 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 blah. But then I realize that I'm, like, dead staring at the person like this. And I'm like, that's not societally normal. Don't do that. And then I come out of it, I'm like, shit, what did that person just say? And I'm like, just stare if you want to stare. But then it makes some people uncomfortable. Some people don't like touch. Some people don't like... So then I'm super, super aware of myself. And then I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? And then I'm not listening or giving that person that time and attention because I'm, like, super concerned about my eyes, my eye contact, and if it's weird. And then I said that to Taylor the other day. And he was like, oh my God, what word did he say? It triggered me so much. Like, I don't even remember what it said. You're like a reflective self-narcissist or something. And that word, cheese. Got called a martyr once, too. Had to look at that. Like, holy crap. That was, a few years ago. But those get you. And then you're like, no. Nuh-uh. And then that's where the true awareness and healing begins. And you're like, shit. It's a learned behavior. It's for protection, likely. And for protecting your inner child and doing whatever you can. But it's also like, ee. But isn't that what it is? It's just, like, being aware enough to, like, come from your heart at all times. Remember, I was thinking about eye contact, but I don't remember what about. Oh, that I'm so worried about myself and like how I'm standing, how I'm looking, how do I look in photos, what are other people going to think of me, how and that's, like, so self-critical. I had a beautiful message delivered from my ancestors the other day, and the message was, stop being so critical. Critical came up, and I'm, like, so critical of myself, of processes and procedures. I want to make sure I'm doing it right and I don't miss a step, and if I do, it's wrong. Can someone just give me all the steps? And it's like, stop being so critical. It doesn't have to be done this way in one way. It doesn't have to look this way or look like this. And that goes back to courage to be in unique expression. The hard part is I have so much compassion that I know that my thinking and the way that, like, I've activated my brain in a certain way, or the passion path that I followed of, like, emotional intelligence and inner child healing and grounding back to Mother Earth and understanding, like, just the frequency of being here. I forgot where I was going. That one felt big, of just saying that out loud in succession. Claiming that, saying that. But sometimes it feels like I am confronting for people. And I have so much compassion for that I don't want to be that. I don't want to elevate anyone or hurt anyone or be a mirror in a certain way, because I don't want other people to hurt, especially the way that I've hurt. But, like, I've also come to realize that I've hurt deeply because I have this beautiful range of emotions that I've been, like, courageous enough to let myself feel. I was talking to a loved one the other day about birds, and she sent this gorgeous picture of a hummingbird, and the, like, sun was coming back behind the hummingbird, so there was, like, all of these iridescent, really, really, really beautiful colors of the rainbow. And, like, first, I loved that she thought of me and sent it to me, because I did love it. It made me smile, and I love seeing Mother Earth that way and slowing down enough to see that. And I love when other people do, and I love when other people think of me when they do. That pivoted to a little, what do I call it? Not self, like, there's self-pity, and then there's like self-celebration. A little self-celebration is okay. Anyways, so I told her, I don't know if you knew, I have an interesting factoid, because I love my interesting little facts. But I told her that birds have a wider spectrum of vision than we do, of color than we do. And it's like scientifically proven. It's not even like woo-woo. It's just like, yep. And like our range is like whatever much, and their range is that much bigger. So like the blackbirds that we see, like the crows and the ravens and all that, they look black to us. And sometimes in the light you can see a blue sheen or like maybe even a purple sheen. But like to other birds, they are just like the most crazy, beautiful, wonderful rainbow colors. And most birds aren't what we think, like what we see. And that was a cool one. Learning that really helped me like just free think and explore the idea of like, not everything's what we see. That bird isn't black, but you would poll a whole room and they'd say it's black. But then if you had a different visual color spectrum that is also supported on Earth, living among us, living with us, another species, but they can see differently, it's like, that gets you going, I got shakies with that. Cute blackbird or rainbow bird. I'm just going to call them rainbow birds from now on. And then that's been so cool. Like, that's a synchronicity. Slow down. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you for showing yourself. Thank you for coming by. Synchronicities has been one of the coolest, but hardest, not hardest. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go out to say that, but what I've recognized is I love synchronicities and the idea of synchronicities, but most of the time I won't acknowledge synchronicities for myself and like take them as a good sign. Sometimes like, what does that mean? Now it's like, that's cool. Like the other day, there's been a couple people I've heard have interesting animal reactions. Like, that's gotta mean something. It's not that random. There's messages, and like, I believe that our loved ones are on a different like vibration and frequency, and like our guides, and they're all giving us clues and trail markers and reassurance and validation through synchronicities. Seeing the same number, or like even like animals, like what animal appeared itself. Like somebody that I know had a raccoon take a crystal, and it's like, why a raccoon? Why did it need that black obsidian? And then you just go, things that make you go, and then you start thinking about it a little bit, and it's like, that's cool. And then another friend like had a worm crawl right over her foot, and she said that wasn't the first time that happened. And it's like, okay, well, what does worm mean? That just seems like, especially at like close contact. And the other one was close contact. This person watched the raccoon take the crystal. The crystal could have just gone missing and been like, oh, weird, gone. But like, there's a reason you saw the raccoon take the crystal, and that certain crystal. Oh, but like the other day I found like an osprey feather. We were driving and I was just looking at the road, and then all of a sudden I was like, I think that's a feather. And I turned around and there's this beautiful, I think it's the wing, like the like pointed directional wing of this feather. Wow. So I went back and I got it, and Taylor's been like really connecting with osprey lately. So I was like, hey, go get it. Like I just like gifted it to him. I found it, and it's like, this is yours. I saw the sign, yet it is yours, and it is a message for you, and here. And then we talked about that today, and he goes, oh yeah, for a minute I was in my ego because I really wanted it. I like it. It's beautiful. I wanted it. I connect with osprey, but it was definitely a message for you and a gift for you from Mother Earth, from that osprey. And then I go, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. But now I'm understanding what to do with it. I'm so grateful for where I work and the lessons that I've learned and the understanding that I've had, and the glimpse into another way of living has been like such a gift. But I also have the gift of just asking a question. I'm not too much if I ask a question. What's this feather? Can you tell me about it? Because I already know and I have learned. I just don't remember the order, and it's not like I just don't remember it. But some feathers, if they're tail feathers, I think that means they're directional. If they're wing feathers, it means getting to new heights. It's like, what a cool gift. And you can get gifts from the universe, like so many. It's just you got to be like at that vibration and that frequency to receive, and you have to be aware and look and think and gratitude and like interact, just interact. Because when we said goodbye to Lacey in this physical, I'm still trying to figure out a way to say that. I still don't know how to, but we did it so beautifully and so intentionally. Like I was saying, like about this, I think I jumped on my mini trampoline outside under this beautiful tree, under all of these beautiful trees and under this beautiful sky the whole time. I knew it was happening. I would watch her. I would move my body. I would help it come through me, move through me. We were intentional. We had so much time. We had like a weekend of like yard games, just hanging out with her here in her favorite spot with her favorite people. And like said all the things and then decided to be brave and help her transition the way she's helped us transition. The gifts that little girl gifted to us, the lessons, the support, and then at the end knowing that like as much as I didn't want to make the decision, she wasn't gonna leave me. But what a gift that her mission here was done. And that the gift that I can give her is that I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to implement. And I'm going to ground. And I'm going to embody the wonderful things she supported me through. And I'm just going to love her endlessly. And I'm going to feel her in the wind. Because I asked to feel her in the wind. And when I think of that, I think of her standing in the wind, buffaloing with the wind in her hair and her eyes closed, or when she lost all sight, just standing in peace in the wind. And that's one beautiful lesson, standing in peace in the wind and letting it flow through you, over you, around you, and connecting with your breath as this air fills my lungs. I'm so grateful she was my teacher for that. There's somewhere I was going with that, but the wind is such a beautiful, there it is. The wind is such a beautiful gift that she gave me that I can tune into anytime I want and need. And I'm saying that out loud, and I'm saying that to myself because I need to remember that when I need her, when I need to feel her, when I know she's communicating, just standing in that wind and believing that it is her. And that I can feel her and sense her, and she's sending me her love and her medicine. She's not really gone. And that she wants me to thrive and survive. Oh. My nose is so itchy. Oh, here it is again. And the synchronicities. Before she transitioned, I asked for a cardinal's feather. I asked for a cardinal's feather, and Taylor asked for butterflies. And not even days later, Taylor found a beautiful, intact monarch butterfly that had passed, that was just sitting there, that's on this little altar for her, that I can also tune in. I hear you now, and I can also tune in when I need her. And I found, what's it called? A pinky red cardinal feather, which is a female's. I asked and she showed me she's okay. She's good, and I believe that. But I miss her. The little bird right here now. Oh, I really want to get some birdseed. It's like they're like, this is the human that gives me birdseed. What is she doing out front? The bird feeder's out back. It's just hopping from one bridge to another. Crazy part is the capacity that I have for this is like, I got a big capacity for this. Talking and being able to talk in a non-linear fashion and just bounce around. Just like totally let myself go in the flow of what it is and be in that feminine and just like, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm at. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm over here. And then as soon as I feel like I'm connecting to feminine, I feel like I'm connecting to mother, daughter, inner child. Jeez. It's beautiful, but it's intense. And it's intense because there's so much love there. And like sisterhood and being a woman. And being a woman with so much range. Oh, but it's hard for that to not feel like too much. Or not, shouldn't be seen, or should be tamed, or should be quieted down. Oh, I almost went on my education system thing. That one's hard to talk about too. I don't know how to talk about that with anybody. I have such visions for what school could be, what I needed when I was in school, what I've like sat with, understood, reflected, been with my inner child, heard what she had to say about school and how it made her feel, and the hurdles. Oh, imagine if school was just out here. Imagine school reimagined. Oh, well, I do all the time. I do all day, all the time. Reimagine what it could look like. But again, that goes back to that visionary. And then every time I'm like, woo, I can see it so clear. I need to do this, 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 and this. It's like, what? I'm not a teacher. But then that's a hard one again to like, claim, to understand, to even give myself the like acknowledgement for. Like, I wasn't a good student. I wasn't. And mostly because I never went to school. It gave me so much stress, so much anxiety. I felt other people's emotions. Taking tests was wild. Presentations, standing up in front of somebody, and recognizing that there was like this bar that I had to meet, and I had no idea how to meet this bar. But like, and recognizing that like for learning for me, I needed to ask like a billion questions. I needed to be the why kid. Oh, it was a school bus. That sounded so weird in my headphones. School bus. School. Oh, and then I needed to be like, why? But why? And like question it and free think about it. And there was no space to do that. Yes, I like dream of like these cute mud kitchens and learning math, playing and like being a kid and getting dirty and jumping on logs and being outside and learning about the world around you and making natural things and learning and interacting and being with kids your age but not your age, learning how to interact with other kinds of people. Like, oh my gosh, I have such a vision for it. I'm so excited for that. But then there's the like, can I even do that? I wasn't good at school. This is not a new thing. There's like lots of things. There's like Montessori, there's Waldorf, there's unschooling, there's outdoor education, or nature schools is what I meant. It's not new, but it like resonates. But then when I see like people doing it, it's like, these 2 ex-teachers started a nature school. And like, frick yeah, you did. I am jumping off, I am celebrating, I'm jumping from the rooftops, I'm so excited. But like, I'd like to be involved. I'd like to do my own thing, and maybe I will do my own thing one day. Again, I don't know. And I don't know what that looks like. And sometimes as the visionary with a really creative imagination, I go there. We call it going to Florida. Go there too fast. Whoop, go to Florida. It's a long story about going to Florida, but that was a helpful language thing that now Taylor can call me on. Oh, you're going to Florida. Take it one step back. What's the next step? And like, I don't know. It's just believing in myself, even if it's not formal education, or, and sure, I could go back to school for it. There's the financial aspect, but there's like, I don't know if I can learn what I want to do in a school and in 4 walls and in the same system that I want to change. I know the answer is no, but it's believing in myself. And then figuring out what most resonates to take an actionable step. That's the hard part, is like, you can bring awareness, but what am I supposed to do next? I don't know. I really do just want to play. Play is a big one that's been coming up. And I try to play, but the thing that I recognize that I struggle with is I want others to play with me. And I almost force people to play with me. Like, play with me, play with me, play with me. And maybe their inner child's not ready to play, or maybe they forgot how to play, or maybe it's not the game that they want to play, so their inner child's like, I want to do this. I want to do this thing. This is what I want to do. Maybe they're not in touch enough. Maybe they forgot who that little girl was or boy was. Maybe one day, without even recognizing it, you blinked and you're like, wow, I can't just do things for fun anymore. I was talking to a friend today, and she was like watching the kids at the bus stop, and they were just running around. And she was like, I recognized they were just running around because they wanted to run around and they wanted to play. And she was like, when did we stop doing that? And when did we make running a chore or something we shame ourselves about, or something that we have to do and be good at, or do for a certain time, or lose weight, or do all the things that we've like made running to be? And not everyone does. I mean, Phoebe runs because Phoebe likes to run. And she says that was such a cool lesson. And I'm just having that aha moment. Like, I run because it feels good and I want to do it. That's the funny part too, is like, as I start to like learn more about myself, it's like, what, I don't know how to say this. Who can I see myself in? Who's that living example of authenticity? And like, is this beautiful example of a permission slip to be yourself? Because sometimes being the only one in the room who feels the way that I do and wants to be like little kid-like and like wants to play and giggle and be silly and be goofy and like let that inner child play. There's like an old, I don't know what it is, an old proverb, an old saying, an old teaching. Oh, I don't know, but it's something like, I don't know any of the information to be saying this. What? It's something like, good if your inner child is still playing. It's not that at all. At all. It's something so much more deep, profound, and beautiful. Wow. But yeah, I just want to play. And I want to play with friends. I want to play with people. Like, play and have fun. I want girlhood. I want friendly games. But I also want to be myself in it. It's crazy. It's like taken so much time to get to know my true self because I like pushed her away for so long because she wasn't good enough, or she was too much, or she wasn't right, or she didn't fit in, or for safety I had to fit into a certain group or act a certain way. And like, safety in school, like, clicks and survival and blah, 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 blah. And maybe I took movies too seriously because, like, despite saying all this, I had the most amazing friend group in high school. Like, I didn't even go to school much, like I said, but somehow this, like, incredible group of people formed around me that, like, a good number of people I'm still in contact with, including marrying him. Like, that's really cool. It's like, if when I really think about it, the people who love me most have seen the most authentic me the most time. They're probably like, what's she doing? This isn't her. Most of the time right now, a lot of the time right now. And then it's like there's a practice in, like, falling back into who you are and feeling safe in that. Like, I had a friend over last night, and she was helping me out because I wanted to take some pictures. The whole photography thing's been a whole thing for me. But I also was so worked up about it, and I just hadn't grounded, and I was feeling, like, so busy, so disconnected, and, like, honestly, at a mental, like, my mental capacity, my mental load was just maxed out. But then I, like, grounded and took a minute and was like, I can just be me. And she knows she's helping me figure this out and think about this. And, like, I just wanted her to get some photos with her dog because I know that relationship means a lot, and they're the photos, like, that I wish I had. And I have, like, some great photos of me and Lacey, but, like, I don't know. I think the reason I love photography is take pictures of the things you love, because, like, how cool is a photo that it can bring you back, especially if emotion's captured. Like, I don't know, what a beautiful reminder photography is, and what a beautiful mirror photography is, that, like, you can see yourselves. Like, I got to capture a ceremony the other day, and, like, for them to see themselves doing, hi, bug. This bug is, like, the exact same color as my hair. And a friend of mine said, build a relationship with the bug. And I believe that now, because when I didn't, I got eaten alive by black fly bites, and my whole top body's itchy and welty and all sorts of things. Sorry, did I make you move? Anyways. So she came over last night, and I was honest, there were some things that I was like, oh, this isn't working for my photos. Not the way I thought it would anyways. And I let myself not understand it and figure it out instead of, like, showing up like I know everything. That's been a huge thing lately too. It's like, I feel like at the age that I'm at, I should just know how to do things, and I just don't know how to do everything, but everyone started somewhere, and I just don't let myself, like, give myself that ability and that credit. And that's, like, something I want to shift for the next generation, is, like, try and fail. It's not actually failing, it's just trying, and it's learning, and it's growing. But I'm practicing affording myself that same grace and that same space. Wow. But anyways, I was taking those photos. But what I did is I did it differently. They came to our house, and we just breathed. I slowed myself down. I showed up authentically. I was me. In some moments, I'd be like, ooh, what do I need to do? How do I need to respond? How can I support? Because, like I said, sometimes I feel like my awareness invites other people into their vulnerability and into their awarenesses too. And, like, I don't want that to be too much, and I don't want people to pull away from me because of that. Like, I would much prefer, instead of someone doing that, going like, oh my God, be like, I'm at capacity. Okay, great. We can stop talking and exploring. But, like, I also want to be here for you to explore that and how that made you feel, and give you space and just listen, just sit with you. I definitely feel different than how I sat down. Definitely feeling different than how I sat down. But it's also so easy. It's like, oh, now I gotta go do stuff. Oh, I've sat here for however long. Now I gotta go do something. Gotta clean the house, gotta prepare. Got to do something. We have company. Got to make sure they don't judge how we live or what we look like or how our house is or the things that I prioritize versus the things I don't. Like, I would much rather the dishes stay dirty and prioritize sitting and being with family and friends and being present. Those will get done. They'll get done. But, like, this is the time that I really cherish. But then also sometimes I'm too fast and too go, that, like, I don't have time to do things for myself or that I'd like to, or to maintain myself, maintain the house. I think these birds are waiting for me to feed them. I wish birdseed. It's wild too when I can get myself to relax, release, surrender, but also embody. It like almost doesn't feel like me and it feels like I'm faking it. That's because I'm like usually so like, chameleon, be the best that you can be. But then again, I think I was saying this way earlier. It's like the ego sets in. Like, I did a second shooting opportunity with this wonderful, amazing photographer who, her just kindness and support has meant everything to me. And it's like, there was a lot that came up, a lot of resistance, a lot that I had to work through. But after that, after I left, my intention was to give myself not a moment of pity, but a moment of celebration. Say, like, I think I did really well. I think I did really well here. And, like, I was in my, like, I was on. And when, like, I turn it on, I know I shine bright. And that's, like, even just a hard thing to say on its own. And it feels wrong. And it feels too much. But at this wedding, dealing with people, talking, doing the, like, family, like, photo list where I was bringing people together, going, like, oh, I need you, Aunt Patty, and I need Dad, that's Dad over here, we're gonna need you here, I know it's raining, I'm so sorry. Like, just moving things through and, like, trying to help my primary photographer the best I can, because, like, she was aware of a lot of things, right? And it's like, this is what I'm here to help you with. But then it's like, am I overstepping? Am I doing too much? And the feedback was no. So that's great. But then it's like, I took that moment to celebrate that, like, I was on and I was trying to do everything that I could to, like, show up. I practiced. I looked at things. I watched videos on how to be a great second shooter. And, like, yeah, I can give myself some acknowledgement that I'm learning the settings. But I have an eye, and I just want, like I said, I think photography is a mirror, and I just want to capture that and capture you and show you yourself, because I see you and I think it's so beautiful. And, like, weddings are really fast-paced, so I was like, woo! But to find those moments in the in-between is like, if I can slow down enough, it's like, wow, they're getting married today. But I love finding those moments with families. But the ceremony, I don't know if I finished, but it was, like, so cool to, like, even show them the photos in person after, and the, like, tears come to their eyes, and they're like, wow, I can see myself. I've never seen myself do this thing that I am working at doing, and releasing, like, all their own hurdles and their own resistances and stuff. And it's like, I can show people that. That's really freaking cool. But after the wedding, I was, like, on a high vibe, because it's like, I let my shine go to, like, 100. Maybe not 100. Anyways, high. But then grounding that back in is hard. Sometimes, like, my energy can overwhelm me, and then I'm so scared that if it's overwhelming me, it's going to overwhelm someone else. And then just by proximity, or I can overwhelm someone or be too much. But I know it's a gift. I know it's a gift, the way that I feel, the depth in which I feel, the way in which I think, the awarenesses in which I have, and the work that I've done. But no buts. Like, that's what doing this and talking out loud and from my head, through my heart, through my voice is about. It's like, there's no buts. That just is. Good job. Well done. Yep. You're good. I don't know which part of me is still hanging on so tightly to that. And I know it's a practice. It's not just going to be like, woohoo, I am easily doing it now. It's like a practice. And I have been practicing. Sometimes I forget that I'm even doing it, because life gets so busy, I can get distracted and caught up, which we all can. There's a whole patch that I've been staring at this most of this time. I just realized it wasn't really me staring. Well, it is me staring at it because it still makes me happy, but it's an inner child thing. I love when dandelions turn into dandelion poof. I think dandelion is one of my favorite flowers. I love when the green starts coming back in the spring and the yellow is everywhere. I love yellow. Hold for yellow person theory. Yellow is everywhere. It's medicine. Every single part of it's medicine. Like the stem, the roots, the yellow part, like all of it is medicine. And it grows everywhere and it's abundant and it's like resilient as shit. And that is so cool. And then after, they turn into these fluffs, which then go seed themselves. Resilience, innovative, but also, I don't know about you, but it's like the definition of childhood. That whimsical, that make-a-wish, that having faith, that believing. I have a picture of me. I was a teenager, but maybe pre-tween, of me blowing out a dandelion poof. And that's what's coming to my mind right now. I think it looked cute in that photo, and it's cool to see the dandelion poof. I'm going to let myself go get one. And how beautiful are these little wish seeds. This spring, I've been really aware of the transition and the seeds and the stages and the buds and all of that. Like the other day I saw on the pine tree a pine cone being formed, and it doesn't look like, it looks like a pineapple kind of thing right now, but it's going to turn into a pine cone, and that's so cool. Like, nature is really pretty. But look how cute this is. That's wild. Oh, it's so pretty. There are these like breathing techniques for kids, and one of them's like blow out the candle, like breathe in and like, and sometimes I like my information delivered that way, sweet and simple and like visual, so it works for me too. It's not just for kids, but maybe this one's a good one for when I really need to like really breathe and like get it out, because you gotta really blow for these. I don't remember that. Maybe there's different stages. Maybe at some point it's really easy, but it's so cool. Look, you can see all the seeds. Those are all gonna go land somewhere. And then more medicine on the earth. That's so crazy. Okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna try a different technique. Okay. Some thank you, seeds. I'm planting seeds. What a beautiful metaphor. I am planting seeds. I am speaking through my heart, through my mouth, out of my head. Woo! Allowing myself to be seen. Being silly, being intentional, being authentic. That's all we need to do, right? Live from the heart, come from the heart. I think now I don't remember what Taylor calls them. Deep rest moment. Not exactly sleep, but allow myself to go into a deep rest. Allow my brain to take a break. Allow my body to rest. Allow all that I've done and said and embodied integrate and ground and calibrate. Let me calibrate to this feeling so that it is sustainable. Showing my nervous system that it's safe. Showing my inner child that she is safe. And giving myself one of those little celebratory moments. I want a cute little word for it, like pity party. It sounds fun though. It's fun to say. It's not silly party. Hip hip hooray party. I'll come up with one, but for now, there's that win and that Louie girl. Okay. And so it is.